we we've been down this road before, right? We've all been down this road before. Remember the Super Bowl? I'm gonna give you guys my take on the Falcons game, right? You guys know I'm a huge Falcons fan. You can see it behind me, sort of. I'm not gonna zoom the camera or anything, but as a Falcons fan, I know to watch to the end of the game. Am I surprised what happened? Nah, not at all. We've been there before. This happens. It's an Atlanta thing. We're so good at it. It's everything about Georgia and Atlanta sports. We're used to it. You're like, you're salty. It's like, I'm not salty at all. It's week 2. Right? Like at the end of the day, like who cares about a week 2 game? Right? The Super Bowl. I've been through that. That one hurt. This one, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. And the reason it doesn't hurt, like I said, it's week 2. Right? But as a fan, I'm always saying, Dallas, they still suck. Win or lose, they would have sucked. If they would have won 50-0, I would have still said Dallas sucks because that's the way I feel. Right? Even like last week, Seattle, they sucked. The Saints, well, they will suck regardless. But I would expect nothing less from any other team, any other fan. How would you not ever act that way? If that is not how you feel, are you a real fan? Probably not. And that's okay. You don't have to be, right? You don't have to have that kind of commitment. That's cool. Atlanta played really good in the first half. They were really lucky, though, to go up how they did. Those fumbles, you don't force 4 fumbles. That's luck, right? We all knew that was like, I saw it was like, I was laughing. I couldn't believe it. That never happens. And we won't see a game that will start that way with 4 fumbles in the first quarter. We won't see that again this year. We might not see it again for a couple years, maybe a decade, right? So Dallas was really unfortunate. Atlanta obviously scored on really short fields. That's just the way it is. Once that stopped happening, Dallas was just carving Atlanta up, and you could see it happen. I tweeted out like before halftime, I was like, there's too many field goals. And it sounds crazy at the time when you're up 29-10, but that's how I feel. We're too many times. 3 points doesn't win you games in the NFL. 7 wins you games. 7. And they kept going, and we still kicked another field goal. So while the onside kick obviously hurt, and I know a lot of people with Dallas going for 2, they're like, oh, well, you know, they went for 2 and Atlanta went for 2, and they both missed. So if Atlanta would have gone for 1, Dallas would have only still had to go for 2, right? But that's a weird bubble to live in, but the what ifs and the situations, right? So you can only really focus on the end. Obviously, how we got there, I don't know. What if Atlanta kicked the extra point? What if Dallas kicked the extra point instead, right? Then it's still a 2-point game because they both didn't convert, right? So we get to the onside kick, which is obviously the biggest part of the game and the biggest thing that happened. And obviously, I know the rules. I think if you're watching this, you know the rules, regardless of age, regardless of how long you've watched football. You at least know that the receiving team can pick up the ball. Atlanta, they decided not to do it, and I have no idea why. I'm sure they have some sort of weird reason why. I don't care what the reason is. It was stupid. It was ridiculous to watch and ridiculous to see. But when it happened, I wasn't surprised. We've been here before. We'll be here again, probably. Somebody needs to go. Not that I think that the game had bad coaching. I feel like the defense didn't really do much. The offense did pretty good. Julio always dropped the pass. But I don't really, it's hard to blame Julio because I know he's super hurt for the game. He still should have caught the ball, whatever. The penalty that ensued after that, the 12 men in the huddle when there was not 12 men in the huddle, it is what it is. You don't go back to that point. We're always focused on the onside kick. I don't know how they didn't recover it. I don't know how someone didn't just try to pick up the ball. Maybe they were scared that as soon as they touched it. I have no clue. But this feels like a loss where someone's got to go. Right? Again, I don't I don't blame Dan Quinn for what happened in the game. I think he actually did a pretty good job coaching the game and play calls. I think they actually did a pretty good job. Yeah, they struggle on defense, but I think Dallas is actually a pretty good offensive team. I think they really are. I think injuries hurt both teams fairly evenly, so you can't really point to that. Like once Olakun went out, once Ricardo Allen went out, once Tack went out, Dallas had a better chance moving the ball. But then Dallas had injuries coming into the game. They're missing like half of an offensive line. So you can't point to that. So I'm not going to. I really just truly think at the end of the day, it just comes down to that situational awareness that wasn't there. When we look back at the Super Bowl, right, that Atlanta lost, there was 100 things. So if this went differently, they win the game. Here, I don't really think there was anything else besides the onside kick. Now, am I upset? Sure, I always want my team to win. You want your team to win too. I get it. We should all want our team to win. I'm not mad. I'm going to troll. I'm going to troll the Cowboys fans. I'm going to troll the Saints fans. Whoever we play, I'm going to troll them all the time. I don't care. But I don't care about the fans, you know? I'm not going to attack a fan. I don't care. I don't care who you like. You want to be a Cowboys fan? Be a Cowboys fan. Dallas sucks. You want to be a Saints fan? Cool. By all means, be a Saints fan. You have every right to be a Saints fan. They still suck. And when you come to me and you say, hey, CC, the Falcons suck. All right, cool. I don't care. I don't care what you think. But you have an opinion. Bring the opinion to me. That's fine. I don't care. We have thick skin. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in actual life to not worry about a week 2 game in 2020 football. But when people come and they like say you're salty, I'm like, I don't think you know what salty means. I'm sitting here with my 2-year-old watching the game. I couldn't be happier. Salty? What is this soft culture that people try to push on? That like if you're not happy, you're salty. No. But hey, you know what? Whatever makes you guys feel better, right? Whatever makes you feel better. If you need to feel better by coming at me, by all means, come on. I can take it. I've been called much worse on YouTube than salty. Good luck. Good luck. But at the end of the day, despite my fandom, despite whoever your fandom is, you guys watched the game. It was embarrassing. That's fine. Whatever. I'll move on. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning. It's Monday. Time to take the kids to school. Facts, right? But I enjoyed watching the game. It was a great game to watch. I think a lot of you guys also enjoyed watching the game. And that's what I really care about at the end of the day. Whether we win or lose. And you know what? If I enjoyed my Sunday for 3.5 hours, got to take a break from a bit of life, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. So good game to Dallas. I still think they suck, but they won. I thought Dak played great. I think he played really, really good. I thought Dak played phenomenally. Dak was pretty good today, man. He might have played better than Matt Ryan. And Ryan didn't make any mistakes. I mean, Dak had minor mistakes. But I'll see you guys. We'll be back next week. Maybe it's a win. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll be back. Take care. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm out. Peace.